Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a quick check-in to see what is going on in the collective. I have my lapis lazuli heart and my sodalite heart out because I'm feeling a little bit of blocked within the throat chakra, and I do want to make sure that everything that comes through is a little bit clear. I also have my little lapis lazuli turtle I'm gonna put here as a little bit of added support here. So here's what's interesting. The energy feels heavy today. And, I thought it was just me. I've had a lot of healing over the past few days. And I thought it was just me. But I received a couple of emails this morning from you guys, a handful of you guys, expressing that you're going through some upheaval within your connections as well. In 3D communication for the majority of you. For some of you, you've been experiencing this in the energetic realms where you're feeling detached and disconnected and wondering what's going on. I'm going to point you guys to the Divine Masculine energy update because that might offer some clarity, but we're going to get some more clarity here. So it does confirm the heaviness that is being felt within the collective right now. I was feeling that as well. Over the past week, I have felt a ton of magic and goddess energy around me. I have felt that magic and priestess energy, that goddess energy rising within me. A lot of self-love, coming back to understanding that I am my own true love. Does that mean that you don't have a true love within your sacred partner? Absolutely not. Because as I was guided to this morning, I'm usually up at like 4 in the morning to take out my dogs. That's in and of itself something else. But I'm usually up at 4 in the morning. So I was up, I couldn't go back to sleep. I was scrolling through Facebook, and I saw something from National Geographic. You guys, if you follow me on Facebook, you saw it because I reposted it. I saw something on National Geographic where they were talking about quantum entanglement. And they're saying how when a photon splits, it's the same energetically, but it's split into 2 separate photons. They're basically talking about twin flames. They're basically talking about these sacred partners. That's what we were talking about. That's what Plato talks about in the symposium. That's what we've been talking about with these sacred unions, these sacred counterparts, is you are one soul, one spirit, singing that same song, that same energetic match that no other person matches. No other person has that same. You might be a little bit different frequency-wise, as far as you might not always be singing the same tune. You might be singing off tune. That's the best way I know. See, I need this lapis lazuli today. The best way to describe it is sometimes you and your sacred partner may not be singing in harmony. You're singing the same song. You are the same song. You are the same soul. But you just might be singing out of tune sometimes. And that's what union is. Union is coming back into that harmony. Union is coming back into singing in tune. But you're always, always, always singing the same song. Singing the same notes. So it was beautiful because it was kind of like validation for me. It was kind of like clarification for me. And confirmation for me of what I've always felt with my sacred partner. I've always felt like he's my person. We just get out of alignment sometimes. And that's what I was battling this past week. Seeing the clarity of how out of alignment we actually feel and are. And I was working through a lot of anger at that. I was feeling a lot of anger towards him. And this morning, I was guided to something from Spirit again. That's just the way this journey works now. And it triggered in me an opening of my heart again. And now even when I was working through that anger, there was compassion for him. All I wanted for him was to heal. All I wanted for him was to be happy. And for him to make the choices to be happy. To just live the best life. Whatever happens for us, we're always going to be bonded. And let me read the quote that they had said. Because it's just perfect. They said, I'm talking about National Geographic again. We're talking about quantum entanglement. This is science. This is physics. This is actual, what we've been feeling on this journey with our sacred partners. This is actual scientific proof. They said the photons are so perfectly attuned to each other that altering one will alter the other. They're so perfectly in tune. It's the same. You're just split. And that's what we talk about on this sacred union journey is you guys are one. You're just experiencing life in separate human bodies. Distinct human bodies is what Spirit is actually saying. Distinct human bodies. Distinct human incarnations. And we talk about this all the time on the channel. In all those channeled messages, we talk about how you are divine masculine and divine feminine predominantly in those human bodies, understanding that you are one, understanding and healing the idea of separation, knowing that even though you are in separate bodies and you have had these different experiences, as you come back together, you're uniting. You are entering in that union with yourself, and as you enter that union with yourself, you enter that union with your sacred partner. The more you come into that harmony, the more you sing in tune again. And the masculine energy within you is your divine masculine. And the feminine energy within them is you, divine feminine. There's just resistance and blocks to that have to be cleared. And that is a shifting in consciousness. That is a clearing of the perspectives. Those false beliefs, those patterns, those conditionings that you had experienced through your upbringings or through past life experiences, through trauma, through wounding. That's what you're doing with the healing work, is you're clearing all of that, all of those beliefs that have been learned. Because remember, beliefs aren't bad. But as you expand, your beliefs change. As you shift in consciousness, your consciousness changes, your perspective changes, your understanding and awareness of yourself changes. That's what ascension really is. It's because you're going deep within yourself to understand yourself. And so the more you shift, the more you understand that separation is an illusion, that you're not separate from your counterpart. Even if you do, no matter where you are in the world, no matter where you are in the universe, you're not separate because you're always one. That love is always there within you. That energy is always there within you. Their energy is your energy. And all the phenomena, the telepathy, the dreams, the feeling their energy, all of that you experience on this journey, that is showing you how connected you are, how bonded you are, how you are that one energy, just split into two bodies to experience duality. That's truly what you came here for. You came to experience duality and to ascend on an accelerated soul growth, because what better way to grow and shift in consciousness and to expand and to learn and to clear karma than to split into two separate bodies and experience two different sides of life. So it's all about the love. It's all about coming back to the love. And I gotta be honest, I felt detached and disconnected from my divine counterpart. And when I did the Divine Masculine Energy Update, I did understand that that was for my own protection because of what he was going through, so that I could maintain my high vibration, so I could be in that high priestess energy and still be in that place of balance and inner peace, which I have been over the past week, even as I've been moving through these emotions, even as I've been moving through this energy. And what happened today was, it was like my heart just broke wide open again. And the anger is dissipating. The love is rising again. It's always there. It's always been there. Always will be there. But you have to work through emotions. That's part of being human. You're going to feel anger. You're going to feel fear. But part of this journey is remembering to keep coming back to the love. To keep recognizing those emotions as fleeting, not attaching to them. To keep remembering who you are and who your counterpart is to you. To keep being mindful and aware of your own shifts in consciousness. To keep coming back to the truth in your heart. And that truth in your heart, that's an understanding of illusion. that illusion is simply fabrication. Illusion is simply, in essence, ego trying to protect you from past pain and past heartbreak. And even protecting yourself from future heartache. Even guarding yourself against future heartache. It was interesting. I got a download this morning where Spirit showed me the Lover's card and the Devil card. And they said, Susan, you have a choice, just like your divine counterpart has a choice. You can worry about the future and what it will be in either direction. You can focus on the devil energy, which is fear and anger and wondering if everything's going to fall apart in the future. Or you can appreciate the now moment. You can appreciate the love and feel into the love. Feel into what this connection truly is, which is unbreakable, which is just pure love, which is just divine love, which is you, because you are love. So you can feed into the devil energy. You can feed into that low vibrational energy, or you can feed into that high vibration of love and anchor into that. And just be in that state of flow. Be in that state of allowance. That's the choice. As I was saying to a friend the other day, why are you worried about the future when there are 1,000 different possibilities that you create right in the now moment? You create the future by your now moment, by every decision, every choice that you make here. Some conscious, some unconscious. But we're bringing to light all those unconscious choices. That's what being a master manifester is all about. It's all about bringing to light what is unconscious and being a conscious creator. What is it that you choose? What is it that you want to manifest? Are you so afraid of the future, so worried about what might happen, that you're going to sabotage the present? Sabotage the potential beauty of the future with your fears of a worse future? Come back to the present moment. Keep coming back to the present moment and the love that is there. Because that is what's real. The past is done. It's in the past. And there might be pain from there that needs to be talked about and resolved and clarified and understood. But with that comes compassion. With that comes love. More love. Because by talking about the past, you're opening up yourself. You're talking about where you were and who you were. And with that clarity and understanding comes vulnerability, comes intimacy. This is who I was that brought me to where I am. And how proud am I to be where I am now, to know where I am going, to be consciously choosing where I'm going next. But it all comes down to the choices that we make in the present moment. And I listened to some music this morning that just completely broke me back open, coming back to this place of truth and love within myself. And I said to my divine counterpart, I love you. I had almost forgotten that I love you. And we don't know what the future will bring. And that's part of the fear that we have as humans. But we have to keep stepping into that self-love. We have to keep stepping into understanding that we are love. We are loved. And we are one with our counterpart. And no matter what happens in our physical world, there is no separation between us because we are that one energy. Because we are that one. And this journey is not over yet. This journey is not over yet. It is constantly unfolding because of the choices that are constantly being made in the present moment. So the more you are conscious of the present moment and choosing love in the present moment, the more that creates love for your future. And the more that burns away that toxic devil energy, that fear of the future. What they're actually showing me is there are an infinite number of possibilities for your future. An infinite number of timelines to be created for your future. And the more you step into that vibration of love in the present moment, the more you choose love and open your heart to love, really putting down that mask and putting down that guard and putting down that protective layer, the more you open your heart to love, the more you are choosing the timelines that align with love and burning away all of those timelines that don't. That is fifth dimensional consciousness. Choosing the strands that align with love and burning away those that don't. Because you're shifting to a higher level of consciousness. You're shifting to that higher level of love. And when you ascend into that higher dimension of consciousness, that fifth dimension and above, that is where love resides. And that toxic energy has no place there. That toxic energy has no place there. So I want to say thank you to those of you who did email me. Because of you guys, I want to do this reading and see where the energy is for these counterparts and see if we can channel some more messages. Thank you guys for opening up to me. Thank you guys for sharing your journey. That is how we know that we're not alone. That is how we know that we are truly in this together. And our paths might be different. We might be all unique, but we're all walking the same road. And that is beautiful in and of itself. So thank you guys for entrusting in me your journeys. I really, truly appreciate it. All right. Whew. And thank you guys for allowing this community, this sacred space, for me, to hold space for me to share what I'm going through as well, because I'm walking right along with you guys. I'm right there along with you guys, and I really appreciate you guys allowing me the sacred space to share myself and share what I'm feeling right along with you. So, Spirit, let's see what's going on here. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, that King of Wands has been coming out quite a lot lately. Right on the precipice. Yep. Yep. Tower. He is right. Okay, give me one more. What comes after the Tower? What is this Tower for? Queen of Wands. You guys. Whew. Okay. Here we go. When we're talking about the Hierophant lately, in the past few collective readings, when we're talking about this, okay, this is first what they want to, I'm going to take this. This is first what they want me to talk about. I feel like this is the reading in and of itself. This is it right here. This is what they want to talk about. First of all, part of the heaviness that we're feeling is we have another 444 portal. This is the third portal in April. Watch the daily energy draw tomorrow, because we did channel some messages with regards to this. We have 3 things that are happening. They're reminding me. We have Earth Day tomorrow. We have the new moon in Taurus, which is expect the unexpected. We have the 444 portal. It's the third and final portal in April. We had April 4th. We had April 13th, and we have April 22nd, 444. This was massive change, and what they're actually telling me is massive completion of karmic cycles. It has been the shakeup, and in the previous Divine Masculine Energy Update, I will put a link if you guys missed it in the description box below. Really important channel messages there. There was a lot there, so do check it out if you haven't already. What they had channeled was Divine Masculines especially are being brought to their knees in surrender. And it was funny the way they showed it to me. They actually said it's that they're getting tired of their own shit. They're getting tired of the way they were doing things, recognizing that that pattern wasn't making them happy, that pattern was just making them choose timelines that were of a toxic nature. They're recognizing that. They're recognizing that, and they're recognizing love within themselves. Just as you're doing the work, Divine Feminines, so is your Divine Masculine, even if it doesn't seem like it. So it's that energy of what we talked about with that National Geographic piece, where it's the photons. One alters the other because they are energetically the same, just split into 2. Energetically, they are the exact same. So one alters the other. What do we have here? We have the King of Wands and we have the Queen of Wands. So this portal is massive. This is massive as far as ascension for your sacred partnership. Massive karmic completion, massive transformation that is taking place. for the past few, and then what you're actually telling me is on the other side of it, we might be feeling a little bit more relief, but there's some purging that's happening as a result of all of this energy that's coming up. Very important that it's a new moon as well, because this is where you have the chance to manifest the new. You always have a chance to manifest the new, but that energy is heightened with this new moon energy. And with the Taurus energy, it's very grounded, which is a positive. It's very positive because we need that grounding for all the light activations and everything that's coming into the planet at this time, everything that's changing within us at this time. So Taurus energy being earth energy, very grounding energy. So it's no coincidence, you guys. It's no coincidence. I'm not an astrologer. I don't keep up on astrology or the zodiac or anything like that. But what they're telling me is that it's no coincidence that this is all in alignment with Earth Day, which is man-made. That's a man-made construct. Any day, so to speak, is man-made, but that's part of the collective consciousness. The collective consciousness wanted a day to respect the earth and honor the earth. And when you respect the earth and honor the earth, Mother Gaia, feels that energy. So that's really interesting. And then we have that new moon energy, and then we have the 444 portal. So a lot is happening right now, and we're in that energy right now. So do hang in there best you can. Do hang in there. Feel your emotions. Allow the emotions to move through you. Allow yourself to feel everything. Ground yourself. Nourish your body, especially. Nourish your higher heart, your soul. Do things that keep your vibration as high as possible. If you're not in a place of just joy and happiness and dancing in the streets, that's okay. Just do things that nourish yourself and nurture yourself. If it's taking a bath, if it's going for a walk, if it's reading a good book, even if it's just having a good cry, listening to good music and having a good cry. Do things that feel very nourishing to yourself at this time. Okay, so back to this. The Hierophant lately has been a card of ascension. And I forget which reading we actually channeled that in first, but this has been a card of awakening. It's been a card of ascension. This is especially divine masculine energy going through the ascension process. Kind of bucking tradition. The Hierophant is a card of tradition and values and doing things the way it's been done, which can be nice, which can be beautiful, but ascension is all about new. It's all about raising vibration to experience what is for the best and highest good of your soul, where your soul is leading you. And so in that essence, it's not bucking tradition as in self-destruction. This is all ascension energy. You don't buck tradition by being combative or by self-destruction. You change tradition by choosing differently for yourself. So here's what they're saying. If there was a pattern or a belief that you were holding on to because of it was learned, whether through religion or through family dynamics or through something that you learned in school, it's about questioning that and asking yourself, is it actually resonating with your heart space, with where your soul is leading you, or are you just repeating what has been learned before? That's ascension. Ascension is all about listening to yourself, listening to your higher heart, and listening to your own internal wisdom. It's hermit energy here. Listening to your own internal wisdom so that you can rise beyond and learn more of what there was before. It's self-mastery. This card is one of self-mastery here. And that is truly what you're learning on this ascension journey. You are learning not just how to master your own consciousness, but how to understand the wisdom within yourself, and that you have access to all eternal wisdom. You have access, if you go deep within yourself, you have access to universal wisdom. That's what this card is all about here. So what's beautiful about this is we have the King of Wands, the Tower, and the Queen of Wands. King of Wands is masculine energy. Queen of Wands is feminine energy. We have the Tower in the moment in the middle here. King of Wands has been coming out, and I feel like my words are getting convoluted here. King of Wands has been coming out in a number of readings, in personal readings and in collective readings. He showed up in the Patreon reading where it felt like divine masculine was kind of looking to divine feminine like divine masculine wasn't doing anything. But he was. Divine masculine, it might not look like he's healing, it might not look like he's taking action, it might not look like he's doing anything with his life, but there's tremendous amount of healing that is happening beneath the surface. And we talked about that in the Divine Masculine Energy Update as well. Again, I'm going to reiterate, really important to watch that reading. If you watched it again, watch it back. I'm going to watch it back as soon as I'm done with this, because there were a lot of messages. Yeah, my ears just popped. There was a lot of powerful, powerful messages and light codes embedded in that. So the energy that I'm getting from this King of Wands is on the precipice. As soon as that card came out, that's what I heard, on the precipice. Your divine masculine is on the precipice. Now, I feel like this tower moment is the universe giving them that final push, because I feel like they're wanting to take action. They're wanting, and this is not just towards you, divine feminine, but for their life. And as they're moving forward for their life, choosing from this pivot point right here, from this choice point in the now moment, in this present moment, they have that choice. And as they have that choice, as they take action for their life, they're doing so with you in mind, understanding this connection, understanding that you are their sacred partner, understanding this love that they feel within is love for you as well, that you can't disconnect the love for yourself and your love for your sacred partner. You can't disconnect those two. And so this is really what they are experiencing and what they're understanding within the core of themselves. And so it feels like divine masculine is, and here's another thing that they're coming through with, that choice point, that pivot point, it's making the decision, which divine masculines especially have been back and forth, a lot of confusion in divine masculine collective, back and forth. What do I want? What do I don't want? What if? A lot of what if questions, worrying about the future, worrying about the past, worrying about how everything is going to unfold. Just a lot of confusion and a lot of worry, a lot of overthinking for divine masculines. And that was part of what was keeping them in that hanged man energy, keeping them in that stalemate and what was kind of holding this connection back. Now, everything for a divine reason, everything for a divine purpose, we're not blaming divine masculine, because you, at the same time as divine masculine was going through that, you were going through immense healing and stepping into your power as well, which was necessary. You needed to step into that inner union within yourself. Remember, the photons, one affects the other, because as you're stepping into your power, it's helping divine masculine step into theirs and clear some of that confusion. And so what they're actually saying is that choice point, them making the decision right here, right now, is going to start leading them in the direction. It's not going to be it's a transformation within, right? And we know how quickly that can happen. That can happen within a minute, within an hour, within a day, within a week. Transformation happens very quickly. But in a 3D, it can be a process of what we're actually seeing. So them making that decision, them making that choice is going to affect the future and what we're seeing in the 3D. But allow that to unfold. Allow that to continue to unfold, because the transformation is transition energy. The transformation is a process. But when your divine masculine makes that decision, makes that commitment to themselves, and by making that commitment to themselves, they're making that commitment to the connection and to you and to this love. When they make that commitment to themselves, that I want better for my life. I want to be happy. I want a better life for myself. I am committed to creating now rather than destruction, for example. I'm committed to building rather than just staying in stagnant energy. I'm committed to love rather than staying in that old pattern of fear. I'm committed. When they make that choice, that's the pivot point right here. It's almost like the point here. See that? And what they're actually showing me is that point right here, that pivot point, it's the convergence of their past and their future coming into the now moment. They're calling back all their power, calling back all the pieces, the fragmented pieces of themselves that they had dispersed across the universe, across other people, relationships, beliefs, addictions, anything that they had given their power away to. When they make that choice, you see how there are these sides of this pyramid here? It's like that energy rushes back to them, and they call that power back into them. And now they are on the timeline for their best and highest good. They're on the timeline for their most positive outcome, which is beautiful. I had not channeled that before, so that's beautiful. So they're making that choice, and that's where it feels like they're on the precipice. Now, there might still be some hesitation. There might still be some purging. There might still be some questioning, but that's the universe. This tower doesn't feel harsh. This tower just feels like a gentle, what they just said was, we're embracing them. We're embracing them now. This tower moment feels like a breakthrough. It feels like a revelation. It feels like a sigh of relief. It feels like the gentle nudge and the push that divine masculine needs to get off of that chair, so to speak, and to move forward for their life. This tower moment doesn't feel like they've already been brought to their knees by tower moment after tower moment after tower moment. Now the divine is embracing them, and I'm just seeing angels enfolding them in their wings, and it's such a powerful, powerful image here. And so what's happening is because they're feeling that embrace of their spirit team, because they're feeling that support, divine masculine is gaining the strength to move forward. That's this tower moment here. This tower moment is not, let me reiterate, it's not destruction, like we know tower moments can sometimes be. It feels like an embrace. It feels like a gentle nudge. It feels like a revelation, a breakthrough. It feels like a sigh of relief, because divine masculine is finally feeling, wow, I am loved. I've always been loved. I'm supported. I've always been supported. I'm divinely guided. I've always been divinely guided. It's feeling like a sigh of relief for them. It's like they're integrating that energy of what they might have consciously been understanding, but now they're fully feeling it. They're fully feeling it. And because they're fully feeling it, they just told me that's inner union. Because they're fully feeling it, it is allowing them to finally step up and take action with their Queen of Wands on the other side of this. Their Queen of Wands, their divine feminine, is on the other side of this. And what I love about this is you have two counterparts, the exact match with the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Wands. This is both of you taking action towards each other because of this energy here. Both of you stepping into love, both of you stepping into that place of just singing again, singing that same song again. And so I do feel like there's going to be, I'm going to get a couple more cards. I felt like this was going to be it, but I want to get a couple more cards and see what's the result of this for these counterparts. What's the result of this? Yeah, Page of Pentacles was on the bottom of the deck. We have the Lovers and we have the Chariot here. Yeah. And communication. Yeah, this is what I was feeling. We got the Page of Pentacles at the bottom before. You're coming close to each other. You are communicating with each other in a much more balanced, stable way. This is much more harmony. This is you choosing each other. See the tower here, or right above the Lovers? This tower is ushering in this union. With that divine guidance there, you guys choosing each other, taking that action towards each other, taking control of your lives, taking control of this connection in a much more balanced, harmonious way. It's almost like what I'm feeling is the ego that was creating such resistance between the two of you, that overthinking, that fear, that analysis, that questioning, that old trauma, that self-protective layer, that self-survival mode, that ego likes, that is gone. And what is here is love. And both of you are recognizing that. With the Page of Pentacles, this is sincerity. Pentacles for me is an energy of sincerity and balance and honesty. This is communication that's coming in, and it might be swift, and it might be a little bit blunt is what they're saying. It might be a little bit, it might not be as emotional as you would think it is, but, or that you want it to be, but it's going to be sincere. It's going to be honest. It's going to be stable. It's going to be real. And that is the most important thing right now, is the realness, the honesty, the vulnerability, the intimacy between you two. Because the emotion's already there. The emotion, the love, that we don't have the Cups energy here, but it's all over this reading. The love between you two is already here. Where your divine masculine was once turning away, they're now turning towards you in this union, coming towards you in this union. taking charge and taking control, but not in that ego way, not in that manipulative way, not in that controlled way. Now they're taking control as in taking charge of their life, recognizing their truth and recognizing their power and recognizing the power of both of you together. Okay. Yeah, I just pulled the top of the deck. We have the star here, recognizing the both of you together. And with that star card, that's you guys healing together as well. Working on a new phase of your partnership. Working on the love between you two. Working on singing the same song. And you know, it's like when you start singing a song, it takes a moment or two to get into harmony with the other person. But that's what this is. That's the healing that happens between the two of you. You've been out of harmony together. You've been singing the same notes, you've been singing the same song, but it hasn't been in harmony. Now you're singing in tune together. That's what you're working on, singing in tune together. And that's what this communication, this vulnerability, this intimacy, taking down the masks, coming back together, that's what this is bringing in. All right, so since this is, we have the new moon energy, I'm going to pull a card and see what guidance we have for these counterparts. And I might be back later this week with another reading. We'll see. Expect powerful change. Yep, new moon eclipse. That's this energy. That's this tower energy. Expect powerful change from this. And communication is key. Can that get any more perfect? That's exactly what we're talking about here. That's this vulnerability. That's this openness. Confidence is key to your success. That's what's coming in here. That's that gentle nudge from the universe. That's that embrace from the universe. Divine masculines are gaining that confidence, but they can't let that ego get in their way anymore. The universe will not allow it. The universe has brought them to their knees to surrender their pride, to surrender that ego. Confidence is not the same as ego. Confidence is willpower. Confidence is strength. Ego is something different. Ego is fear-based, protective-based. It is that survival mode. And when you're following your heart, when you are listening to your heart, when you're in that place of love, you don't need that survival mode, not anymore. When we're moving into new earth, Spirit is saying, we're moving into thriving, not surviving. That old paradigm is done. It's gone. That is what we are sending out of. We are sending out of fear. We are sending out of conditioning. We are sending out of survival mode and struggle and strife and pain. We are moving into an energy where we are consciously creating a world of balance and peace and harmony and joy and love. That high vibrational energy. Consciously creating that. Consciously choosing that. That's what this powerful change is bringing in. All right, you guys. Let's just get a bonus card from your person to you. Whether you're divine masculine or divine feminine, this is going to be a message to you. Give me 1 second. I just dropped all my cards. Okay. Divine masculine or divine feminine. Just one. Let's just get one card. Across all space, across all time, across the universe, you are one and you always will be one. In a season, reason, or a lifetime of love, you're my eternity. That is this connection, you guys. You're never separate. You're never separate. This love is unbreakable. This love is there and always will be there because you are that love. You are that same energy. You are that same source. You are that same love. Trust in this. As hard as it is, as difficult as it is, keep coming back to love within yourself. And the more you come back to love within yourself, the more you come back to love with your divine counterpart. All right, you guys, I am sending you so much love, so much light, and we'll see you soon.